indication whether we are live or not live. And we are live. Hi everyone, welcome again to tonight's live stream. Um, it's very different from last week because tonight we have two special guests other than Yan and Jean. Okay, for this year's iTech, let me brief again. Yan is our advisor. He was OC last year. This year I'm OC, and Jin Chao, our newest member, is the Vice Organizing Chairman for this year. And Yan, would you like to introduce our special guest that you took to Beijing last year?
Hello everyone, nice to see you again. Okay, today we have two special guests, which they are the considered top winner from Southeast Asia. One is Professor Dr. Tan from Terra Phoenix. Another one is Jason from Venture Tech Frontier. Okay, both of them are winner. Okay, I think I will talk less. Okay, to give space to our host and our guests to talk about their experience before and after iTech. Okay, so I pass back to you, Caroline.
Okay, we will talk about the iTech part later because last year we introduced what iTech is and all those things. And I think some of you are in again to listen to us. But most important is who are the ones who went to China, pitted themselves against so many competitors from like Europe, US, and Middle East and the rest of Southeast Asia as well. And they conquered the stage. Not only did they conquer the stage, they also conquered funders other than the China government. So we have Jason and Professor C.S. Tan with us, and perhaps Yen, who would you like to speak first on behalf
Maybe
of
we
you?
start with Jason.
Jason, since you are in the middle of the screen,
Yeah, you are in the middle.
yeah, would you like to share about what happened in ITEC and what did ITEC mean for you? Why do you take part in the competition, and what do you do in China? What made you win, and what's going on from now? Jason is in a spaceship right now. Is he frozen? Yeah, he looks frozen. He's like one angle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
looks
definitely in
frozen.
space.
He's like one angle. He looks frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, while
Okay, but
waiting for,
anyway, while waiting for,
I'm having echoes as well.
I'm having,
Any of you having
any of you having
two mobile connected?
no
Um, because it's
two mobile connected?
yeah, I'm listening to myself twice, but I'm the only one device.
I think it's okay. Jason, are you there? Are
Because
you lagging?
Jason, that's why he took a spaceship. Spaceship went too far
One
away.
device. That's why he took a spaceship. Spaceship went too far away. Jason, can you hear me?
Ah, he's back.
He's back.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Yeah, I think you
Can you
got
guys hear me?
frozen for a
Yeah,
while.
I think you got frozen for a while.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, very clear.
Yep,
Well, not
very
not
clear.
not.
Caroline, maybe we want to start with
Not that familiar with this new platform over here, so sorry guys. Yeah, I know you asked a lot of questions right just now.
Yes, we wanted to know why did you join iTech last? Oh, he disappeared. I think Prof Tan is back to you. Why don't you start first?
Okay, so I probably share a little bit experience. If there is any question, you can just post it. Of course, this particular competition is global competition. If not mistaken, they have other than China, they have another 4 regional competition. So the top winner of the other region, for example, one of the region is Southeast Asia. So it's a top 20, right? Top 20, then that top 20 will be selected and then go to China for the final in Beijing. And so far, the experience that I have actually compared to my last competition, I joined many competition in terms of entrepreneur and then sort of startup in terms of technology programs. What I would like to share is this is something which you can see the real rewards, and actually the government and also the organizer here in Beijing, they are serious. So the particular competition actually come with two stage. And first stage, I think Yen have been very experienced, so I think let Yen discuss on that later on. And I would like to highlight a little bit on experience in China.
Okay.
So particular consideration for China side is if you could have elements that addressing the China in domestic problems and as well as solving the problems, and the chances to score is very high. Yeah. So one of the observant is I see even there are a few groups from German and they won it, and I think part of the reason is because they address not just outside China problem but also inside China problem. So likewise, like my solution actually already been practiced across 6 provinces in China. So that is a proven record, and
Wow.
eventually it
Congratulations.
become a winning cut for this particular competition. So I believe this is something which is meaningful. Of course, I think Ian and the organizer, they always can give you a list of the markings, and please pay extra attention to those items under the category which they are looking for, like putting a point and all this thing. And so far, I think not much bias. The way they mark, they put it equally among the Chinese and also the foreigner. So I believe this is something which we can leverage on, yeah, especially at this global stage. Then you wouldn't see many type of competition that have carry such a very high price tag. The top winner is 5 million, right? This year, the top one is 5 million. Then the
Yeah,
first
renminbi.
runner is 3 million, and the second runner is 2 million, right? So I don't see there is any competition can give you such a high reward. So I think this is something which hopeful for startup and entrepreneur to start with. At least you try. Of course, if you try and then
1
with
million renminbi is
consistent effort, then
in Malaysia ringgit.
then there will be the that one is renminbi. Sorry, that one is renminbi. 5 million renminbi,
How much is
3
that in
million
Malaysian
renminbi.
ringgit?
Converted to Malaysian ringgit, about 3.5 million for top prize
Oh, that's
ringgit.
not too bad. It's very, very good price.
And second prize is about 2 million ringgit. Third prize is about 1.2 million ringgit. Yeah, so that is quite a good price. So, and of course, that particular competition itself maybe would not give you first. I'm lucky enough with blessing from Yen. Actually, I know Yen many years, since Alibaba, no Alibaba
Alibaba,
contest,
yes.
right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
That
got
was back in 2018. How many rounds I have been joining competition, years after years.
Yeah.
Then eventually I got this one. So it's like a milestone now, so closing the chapter with a very nice price tags behind, something like that. So actually, thanks Ian for all the support. And of course, I really think that as an entrepreneur, this is something embedded into the spirit. Yeah. So I think
Are
that's
you
all from
going
my
to
side.
compete again this year? Again, are they allowed to compete again this year?
For me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Those winners are all
Those
outside,
winner,
right?
those
Unless
win.
you start another company.
I think they link it to the person, right? Not to the company, right?
Go to the
Yes.
founder. I
They
see.
link to the person.
Review the person. Yeah, because
Yeah.
usually when people encourages they choose the founder rather than the company.
Yeah, your voice have echo. I can't hear.
Still have echo.
Yes.
First time in my
Okay.
okay.
So anyway, if you have any type, just type on the chat, and yeah, I can try to answer that.
Okay. What is your business model?
Yeah, it's echoing. I couldn't hear you.
I couldn't hear you. Yeah, Caroline, now your question echo. Can't hear very clear.
Well, maybe I'll just rephrase Caroline's
I'll just
question.
rephrase Caroline's question.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she was asking, Professor, what's
So she was
your
asking,
business
Professor,
model
what's
that you have currently?
your business model that you have currently?
Actually, I think the echoing comes from
Actually, I think
Caroline.
the echoing comes from
Maybe Caroline, you have to
big
mute
Caroline. You have
yourself.
to mute
Otherwise,
yourself.
it will be
Otherwise,
echoing.
it will be echoing.
Yeah, so can
Yeah, so
I think
can
one of you is
one
playing
of you
something
playing
else in the
something else?
background. If you are streaming the live, you must mute your live as well. That means like I'm streaming my live, but I actually off the sound of the live because I can hear background sound from one of you. I think one of you
yeah,
is streaming live, but you do not mute your live.
yeah. Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you already. So means
Yeah,
you're
looks like
closing
one of you
some of the right
didn't
channel.
mute.
So I
No,
can
not
hear
me,
you now.
not me definitely. Because I have been doing this for many years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I
but
think
doesn't
I can
matter.
hear you now.
What is your company about? Yeah. What's your business model about? You should so that
Uh,
the
we
audience can
are
understand.
we are on waste management, and we actually provide a solution, which is in a form of life cycle analysis. So we track waste stream from house to house all the way to the back stream. So we provide a service which using IoT, Internet of Things. So that is a solution we provide.
The world wants definitely. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, this
The
is
world wants this
many
solution.
city have this problem,
Yeah,
right?
it's something that
Yeah,
we need to have in order to protect the world. In like
yeah,
there's so many contamination, there's so much waste and all that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You're right. So we try to transform waste management industry by adding two things. The first is adding a front end for the whole system. So typical waste industry, let's say for example in Malaysia, if everyone talk about waste management, they are talking about collecting waste from the bin to the landfill or to incinerator. But they forgot that actually by the time the rubbish go to the bin, it's too late. So they need to have something at the front, from house to house to the bin. So that is a system that we introduced into the current industry. Then the second one is we actually add in the data where it track from house to house all the way to the middle end and as well as back end. So these two we are doing these two. So there are many benefits that can help to improve it. For example, it actually reduce the total rubbish, reduce pollution, reduce costs because you don't pay so much for the tonnage, and as well as reduce pollution and increase technology and increase job employment. So there are many benefits to this system.
That's a very good business model. Now that Jason is back, I think that his internet is quite stable for the last few minutes. So over to you, Jason. Tell us about your experience in China and why did you join?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yep, very clear.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just first time using this platform, right? So yeah, so sorry to be not able to speak before our professor were here. So hi guys, everyone. I'm Jason Low, the CEO of Virtual Tech Frontier. Um, Maybe just introduce the company a little bit first, right? So we run a tech company focusing on like immersive technologies, the metaverse, AR, VR kind of like solutions. And I think most of the challenge when we initially when we see iTech last year 2023 is that tech company go China, like you guys go there die, is it? That'll be the first impression that many people will get, right? Like, like, what, you have no business in China, like what are you supposed to do there? Because in China, the technology is greater, it's stronger, everything is like m- more powerful and things like that. So I think that's when like people start to question whether is it even a viable opportunity to go into China and things like that.
But there,
Yep, sorry.
you were there for
Yeah,
how many days?
so we were there for actually like about a week or so, right, for the initial competition. So from there, that's when I started to like study about the program, and then I mean Ian and the committee, I think Caroline also, you guys like consistently keep doing all these kind of videos to say, "Hey, actually cannot, there's opportunities there." It's at the end of the day, it's how you angle the whole objective of participating into this. I think that's when we started to find value from here. So let me give an example. Is that when I ask around about it, they also still say that in China there's a lot of opportunities because the locals in China, for example, would actually really love to work with foreign companies that are better in different languages. Like the plus point of us being able to present and talk in English and also communicate with people across the region is something that the Chinese companies or the Chinese government per se always look at these kind of points for collaborations, right? So I remember when I was doing the deck and everything, I even asked Ian, "Hey, are we doing Chinese or English? Do we need to translate the whole thing to Chinese or not and things like that?" And then Ian was like, "No, no, no. This is like a foreigner-based competition in China, because I think that's also one of the main questions that everyone asks, right? Like, oh, is this pure Chinese? Am I gonna do everything in Chinese? My own Chinese is not good." So I had all these worries, and then he said, "No, this is like an international based competition. This is where you are supposed to act like a international company planning to expand into China. And when you talk about expanding into China, rather than you say the strategy is to let's compete with all these Chinese technology, we do have to find various angles of collaboration and partnerships, right?" So when I was in China for that week, we then there were, beyond the competition alone, I think Ian, they all organized a side event, and that side event brought us to meet many potential partners, investors, and from there, that is where we started to be able to actually connect with different Chinese companies and understand truly their current pain points of like being in China per se, or what are the other assistance or needs you can actually help them to actually do business together and partnerships and things like that. I mean, one of the craziest stories we had is that in China is always very fast. Everything is really fast. So there was this partner I just met during a dinner, and they straight away say, "Oh, okay, wow, MOU." It's true. They said, "Okay, sign MOU here. Let's do this." I'm like, "Whoa!" In Malaysia, you want MOU is like months on. Okay, even something like MOU is like months, right? And this Chinese say, "Oh, I'm gonna do it now. We're gonna sign it now." And then I was like, "Oh, well, in Malaysia we need like black and white copies." So I was just trying to find ways to not really like, wow, I don't know these fellas yet, right? Do I sign an MOU straight away? But they're like, "Oh, never mind, never mind. You want a physical copy? I'm gonna call someone to print and send you over here right now." It's like their version of Lala Move, right? So it's like, oh my god, everything is just moving really fast in China. So and the only reason why all these people reach out to us also is because we were part of the competition. We were one of the finalists per se, like the what, top 100 or something per se of people that actually goes into it. So a lot of Chinese companies do see value in us being foreign entities and foreign companies going to China, and really then this is where they will want to seek all these kind of like collaborations and partnerships. So how we see it is that technology in China is always very strong, always very powerful, always very fast. But for us, if we find opportunities in partnering with them for different activities, or help them to export over Malaysia, or let's say you as a company in Malaysia, so you cannot create features or solutions that fast either, right? So you by utilizing that kind of like model per se, we can actually immediately sell some of the solutions that have immediately to our clients back in Malaysia and things like that. So at the end of the day, we must really understand clearly the motive and also the objective of really going there. Joining the company is one thing, adding the perks and benefits is another. But I think fundamentally, as companies in
Looks like he's frozen. He got disconnected again. Yeah. But anyway, I think it's quite interesting what Jason and Professor Tan were sharing earlier. I think it's not just about joining the competition, because even during the competition in the Southeast Asia that we are organizing, the edition itself, I think all the participants had, number one, access to a lot of the judges. Number two, they also had access to let the judges to view their decks and so on. Number three, they also had an opportunity we had a group chat. Everyone could interact with one another, and we had multiple mentoring workshops on live on Zoom, and I think even some companies that didn't even get to go to China, they were already had potential funders chasing after them even before our finals, because we had multiple series of pitching for the semi-finals and finals itself. There were judges on site in person, and there were also VCs, and of course it was a hybrid event. We had funders watching in from Zoom, and a lot of people came incognito, meaning that they did not say that I am a VC. They just came, observe, and then whoever they wanted to talk to, they continued. Yeah, Jason is back. Yeah, sorry, I think that you got disconnected earlier, but it was very, very interesting to hear you share. And in fact, your excitement can be heard in your voice. Yeah, you're sharing the experience.
You know, always say you talk forever, very excited on everything.
Yeah. So earlier you were sharing about you meeting the people in China, the pre-event meetings, and also the MOU that people were trying to get you to sign. So Jason, what was your price in China?
Yes. So we did not. Definitely they don't do as well as Prof Tan. Prof Tan himself, I think he already has like a lot of like traction in China, right? So I think some of the key points I would like to emphasize on here also is that they do care to a certain extent what kind of traction or progress you've actually made in China. I think this is when the judges will feel very relevant that you are attempting very seriously to do something within the country, right? So Prof Tan himself has done a lot of his projects in China. So when he presented the whole decks and everything, it did look very impressive lah, as opposed to other companies that maybe here and there or has nothing to do ever with China, right? So it looks a bit awkward there, right? But for my case, right before even I went to the finals in China, um, I started trying to find collaborations from Chinese companies even based in Malaysia itself. So in Malaysia, you do have a lot of very big Chinese companies like Huawei and so on that's already doing all these kind of like solutions, right? So I did try and find some relevant collaborations with Chinese companies. So then that's when I go to China and pitch everything. Everything just look more cohesive, and then you start to have this kind of traction, even though it's not too solid at the time yet, right? So these are just some of the like tips and strategies that I think will be very benefit for the participants out there. Regarding the price, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the price. However, I just want to say my price not as nice as Prof Tan. But on a consolation, so what we got is something like the consolation range. Consolation range, they call it the excellence award winner lah. So for those, we even also managed to get like 200,000 renminbi, and they even give like office spaces within a year. And then China right now, they even have this like foreign talent recruitment program where I don't really remember everything in detail, but it ranges all the way from like parking. This was a joke, man. Like, oh, you know what? We're gonna give you roadside parking in China, in Beijing, right? They say roadside parking is very hard to get, and like it's a very exclusive thing. And we're like, okay, oh, thanks for the parking, I guess.
And also,
We can't even buy a car there. Can't even buy a car there. Talk about parking, never mind. Sell someone. So they give parking. They give like healthcare related privileges. Then they give like what they call kindergarten, international school kind of privileges, because apparently it's just impossible to get into schools there. So to a lot of the local Chinese, they were like, wow, these are like top-notch privileges, man. So all these extra things beyond what iTech has given is what I'm not too sure. I haven't really explored and experienced any of them. So VTF right now, we are in the process of registering the company into China. So yeah, here we go. So hopefully that everything will go smooth so far. The support given to even register a company there so far has been great. So yeah, only hoping for good things ahead.
To both Jason and Prof Tan, what would be your advice to anyone who's on the edge, wondering, should I join iTech? What should I do next? How do I start?
Yeah, I think your voice is echoing. I couldn't hear what you said just now.
Okay, one question is, any advice for those who want to join iTech? Number two, if they are on the edge, what factors should they consider, and how to get started?
You mean the age, the age of a person? How many
No,
years?
that means, let's say I'm on the edge. I can't decide whether I want to join the competition or not.
I mean, if you are a startup owner, or you start your business. No harm trying, right? I think this is a good idea, right? You never know, right? Because I don't even expect a winning until Yen called me like in September, and then I was coincidentally in Malaysia with my project manager, and I told my project manager, hey, let's join and fill in the form, So to me, at that time, I was just like, oh, just try, no harm trying, something like that.
And interestingly, it doesn't cost a single cent to join. That's the one.
Yeah. Just join, So my thinking is like that. Even you don't win anything, but an experience itself will sharpen your thinking, will sharpen your business model, because many people will challenge you, right, in that sense. And then I think that is how everyone who really love to have a start out to go through it. Yeah. I'm not first time joining competition, right? To me, this is probably my number 10 or number 11. I don't know. I already joined since, I think you know me, my early story lah. we already started together, before COVID, during COVID, and all these things. So you will not be success in the first time you try and you already got it. I don't think someone who loves start out can easily give up. I think the spirit is
Have
there.
you? Yeah, for both of you, have you ever wondered how would business be if you didn't join ITech versus
I couldn't hear
having?
you. Actually.
Okay. My question is, how would business be if you haven't joined ITech versus joining ITech and
Can
winning
you
ITech?
write your question?
Can we, Prof? I don't know why I can hear Caroline clearly. Very, very weird. Can you hear me also?
Yeah, I can
Yeah, I
hear you
can
very
hear you
clearly.
clearly.
I think
I think
the
having
platform
a
very
system device on will take
yeah, the
its life.
platform very challenging today. So Caroline was talking about like was there like a difference between before you join iTech and after you join iTech, right? But I think before I give Prof to talk first, since I can speak again now, I'm not lagging myself. Maybe I also give her 2 words in regards to like the advice, right? From my end, me and my co-founders, right? It's always um if what do you have better things to do at certain timings, for example. So example, like, okay, if you don't join iTech, are there actually better things for us to do at that very given moment as a founder of a company, right? So we will always like to debate these kinds of questions and solutions. For us, knowing like Beijing or even China per se has always been a huge powerhouse in technology. I always have this motto, right, or self belief in myself, that if you don't go and see the best out there, how do you are
I think he's frozen as again.
Yeah, maybe I continue with that.
Yeah, yes, please.
Just a simple one. Actually, not much different in terms of operation, because for me, I already been 8 years in this company, and since me and a few co-founder together, and business as usual. It's just a matter of the winning actually mark a milestone. For example, I after that I no more joining any competition anymore. It's like a certificate say that you are top in the world, something like that. So that's the milestone. I think business is a usual. It's just a matter of it's just mark and plus another 2 million cash, something like that. That's all.
Jane and Yen, do you have any comments on this?
The main thing I would say, I would like to just echo what Jason was sharing before being disconnected, where he was saying that if you don't take this opportunity to really go out of the country, sometimes to see the best in action, right? It's actually really not knowing your gauge, what exactly it means to be on the top of the game, and how you can actually do better to serve the country and to serve the nation. Yeah, so I think that's a very, very good message coming up
Yep.
for all the audience today.
Yes. Sorry, I'm back again.
Welcome back, Jason.
Yeah. So it's always at the end of the day, if you decide to explore this, right? Like I did the same with like US. I went to Silicon Valley. I always go to Singapore. You know, I heard Vietnam is very next level. I also go to Vietnam and check them out. I went to Korea, and then China is still like always, on the top of the list of many of technology related things, right? So so when you want to explore these kind of things, you then think, are you going to do it yourself, or are you going to maybe kill two birds with one stone by going through a competition, and have all these assistants and people helping you out? And I think it was a very easy choice at that time, right? It's a no brainer to, like, really attach yourself to a program like this, and also then be involved in any of these kind of exploration methods. So hence why that's why I said, okay, I'm just gonna join and decide to do it. And then from the top, don't know how many, become top how many. I think pitches also 3 to 4. Like, I think since the beginning all the way until China finals, I think we pitched almost 5 times or more. So yeah, so I think it was a great experience, and people should take the opportunity to do it lah.
How many companies were there to compete on in the panels? Yet you remember?
Okay. From the whole world, it's about 150 to 160 companies. From Southeast Asia, it's already about 10. So others region, China divide into 4 regions. So total is about 150 to 160 project is pitching on the final. Of course, they separate to few days. Not one day pitch all. The judge also died if one day. Okay, so no, they have split into few days. So one of the day is let's say dedicate for Southeast Asia. So it's very good. The judge himself, actually they have experience, let's say based in Singapore or Malaysia, and they become a judge. So they quite know the what you call the market in Southeast Asia. Uh, so don't worry, just come. The advice from the judge is always helping you to grow faster, as Jason and Professor Tan is mentioned. No, nothing to lose. Okay, as a startup, everything is a chance. Especially iTech is organized by the government, no fees. The price you take, no share. I wanted. Okay, so it's a quite good thing lah. Especially for those who want to list your company soon. Share itself is very valuable, and through iTech, we don't want your share. We just want you to go international, be proud as a Malaysia, or be proud be a Southeast Asia company. Maybe you are the next unicorn in Southeast Asia. Yeah, just come to join. Yeah, back to
Okay. Yeah. How about Jin? What do you think? Have you taken part in any of these competitions before, or maybe whether as a participant or from organizing committee side?
Definitely not participating, but more on
Mm-hmm.
organizing. But that was back in 2018 or 2019.
Oh,
Still,
that's a long
it's
time.
always interesting to see how companies that join such competitions, right, really get the opportunity to I would like to say challenge, but to explore the feasibility and also the practicality of the solutions that they have, and also to let industry experts really chip in to make the idea much better. So it's really that it's either you can do like what there's this Chinese saying that you can always close the door and then after that build the best machine you can, then go out only to realize that actually the machine is no longer in place, or go out, see how things are being built and work along the trends to move about it. I think that's really the biggest value that can come, having industry experts really chip in, evaluate, and also probably even sometimes to say scrutinize, but it's all in the name of improving. That's really I think what can be brought to as a benefit for the participants.
That is very, very good feedback as well. Yeah. Yan, do you have anything to say before we sum up for tonight? Because what happens is that tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the 7th, we will be going live at 8 p.m. to share more about the competition, how to join, and all that. And yeah, basically we'll talk about how to enter, what are the rules and regulations, and stuff like that. Yeah. So We will be having multiple live streams every week, few times a week, to share with you as we count down to the end of the closing date. Where is the closing date? Yan, you remember?
I remember it's 23 or 26, somewhere 26, I think.
Uh, or official is 23, and unofficial is 26.
I think most important is better you join now because Caroline and the team you keep on update everyone, especially if you are very new in startup or you just have an idea you don't know how to start yet. It's better you come to join early so that Caroline and the team you help you to how to say step by step to bring you to create the deck, the pitch deck, so that you can really pitch your idea to our preliminary judge or semi-final or final for Southeast Asia. Then after that, there is a one month for you to attend our workshop before we prepare you to go to China. Because the way the ecosystem between Southeast Asia and China, actually the startup ecosystem in China is very, very mature. And for Singapore, okay, they are also matured, but for others country like Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, and Cambodia, Philippines, Brunei, our startup ecosystem is still very young. As I say, it's like a kindergarten, okay. But don't worry, we will help you. We will bring you step by step. All the judge, all the speaker, they are expert in their field to bring you step by step. Once you success to become Southeast Asia top 20, when we bring you to China, we will still have some expert from China to prep you to help you to how to say prepare yourself, pitch to pre-event pitching so that you can keep on practicing the word piece, okay, so that you really, really have the chance to stand in the global stage and to shine your project and
Yeah,
win.
I think that's a very important thing. And in fact, I remember last year, in fact, the last few years when we were organizing similar competitions like this, like including Alibaba and all that, and we actually got our judges to right after we select the semi-finalists. And what happened was that we actually had multiple sharing sessions by different judges to share who are many of them are actually judges in other international startup competitions, and they shared their experience even like going looking at individual participants decks page by page to tell, oh, this is wrong, oh, do this and so on. So I think it was very, very effective, and I think it was like personalized guidance, how to do your deck, how to speak, how to pitch and all that. I think this is priceless. Yeah. I mean, I wish I had a startup to pitch or SaaS or something. I think I have to start thinking, how can I join the competition next round? Yeah, to be on the winning side. Now that we have heard Professor Tan and Jason share a bit of the insider secrets as winners, and I think there's so much more to learn. In fact, I think we have another winner who will be joining us in the next few sessions, right?
Yeah. I think since we are going to end this conversation, I think in another 10 minutes, I think maybe uh, before I invite our guests to do some summary, is there any question from the floor that you want to ask question to Professor or Jason, our winner today, so that we can ask the question. You can yeah, Yvonne, everything is fast paced in China.
We have a comment from Yvonne Chin. She said, everything is fast paced in China.
Okay, so we yeah
Yeah, and also I remember that we also have country partners from we've appointed Indonesia, Singapore, we have Cambodia, Vietnam, and in fact, if any of you are in Thailand right now, we are interested to find Thailand partners as well. Yeah, and anywhere in Southeast Asia rather. Yeah, we can have multiple partners in different countries. In the same country, multiple partners as well. Yeah. So if any of you know of any company or any person who is active in the startup space, do recommend them, yeah, to us. I hear a background sound. Okay. Prof Tan and Jason, before we end for the day, do you have any closing remarks to share with the audience?
You want me to start first?
Can start? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. I think just wish everyone the best. Yeah, no harm trying and keep on going. Good luck.
Thank you. How about you, Jason?
Prof Tan did like elevator pitch like that. Elevator summary, one liner. Sorry, I'm just gonna off my video to like improve the smoothness and hopefully the thing doesn't crash again. But to extend beyond all this, I think a lot of the Malaysian companies and startups, a lot of the VCs, I talk to even locally, or investors will always say, we don't think global enough, we don't explore enough. So I think joining competition like this will always give you that competitive edge and mindset, lah, right? Like, are you really that good yourself? Echoing back what I mentioned earlier on, I know, are we really that good ourselves? Or the world is really so big, right? You never know, one day someone, how do I put it? I have this another friend company, right, who thought they were doing great in Malaysia until someone big from overseas just come in and hantam them. And the next thing you know, they don't know what happened. They start losing their customers, losing their sales, everything they lose, right? Being jago kampung, right, can only get you so far, right, to a certain extent. So for me and my team, it's always a lot of like exploration, awareness, exposure. All these are just very fundamental blocks that you won't really hear people talk about it a lot, right? A lot is fundamental. But as a founder and CEO, I think it's always very important to be aware of competition and what the global competitive landscape is, right?
Mm.
The phrase is what, keep your friends close but your enemies closer, right? So Sun Tzu out of war, see, another China phrase. As much as last normal people, but what does that even mean? Keep your friends close, your enemies closer. But in my take and in my angle of viewing that analogy, right, it just means that, yeah, like, are you close enough to know what other people doing out there that can easily kill you off one day, right? So always have this competitive mindset to explore. I know global getting awareness and exposure is key for any founders out there, and I really wish like Malaysian startups and business owners and founders would then really go to the next level through all of these initiatives itself. So wishing all the participants all the best also, and hopefully we can have a more stable channels to chat with. I'm happy, I think me and Prof, the alumni of the iTech, will be happy to meet and chat with all these kind of like upcoming aspiring participants down the road also. So Ian and fellow committee members, do remember to invite us for the competitions.
Definitely.
Good to network with
Definitely,
them.
we will have a sharing session with you all one day, a
Yeah,
private
yeah.
session with the participants.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. One more very important point I would like to add, that it's not about the summary, right? It's also beyond just getting to know a lot of these Chinese companies, and the government, right? We also met a lot of the government players in China that is really there to help you, onboard you, and things like that. I think we also managed to make very good friends with the fellow Malaysian participants itself. So you
Sure.
go, like, we went with a team of 12 or 13 somewhere there, and I think we got really close throughout the trip. Really were able to bond, have that camaraderie going on. And even when we came back Malaysia also, they still potential business discussions and dealings and meetings I have frequently with all of them also. So I think all this is still pass points towards participating in these kind of competitive events at the end of the day lah. So yeah, so to sum it all, I wish everyone the best, and just reach out to any of us anytime for tips and advices, and I think we'll be happy to respond. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jason and Prof Tan. In fact, do come on as we stream live tomorrow, whereby because I think that the time is very short today, and we tomorrow will share on how to join the competition, what is the competition about, what are rules, and maybe tomorrow I'll also share how the pitch deck looks like, and how we will start coaching you guys or the participants on how to do the pitch decks, and all these important uh, tips and tricks on winning a startup competition. Yeah, we'll end for now, but before I end, Jin and Yen, do you have anything to say?
Jean, maybe you start first.
Okay, Ian. Well, here's the thing. We have another probably counting down to about 3 weeks more for the participation and also registration. So the thing is that opportunities like this, well, thankfully it came yearly. but who knows whether it's going to be something that's going to be long term. So while the iron is hot, take the opportunity, join in, and yeah, really, you never know where this road leads you to, but at least come on the road lah. Really, really. Okay, Ian, your turn.
Okay. Of course, first of all, thank you to Professor Tan and also Jason
Okay,
for
thanks a lot.
time. Uh, your words, both of your words is very encouraging people to come to join for this event, especially they want to go international. But always bear in mind, starting join the event or win the event actually is just a starting milestone. It is not the end. Okay, so I believe both of you are going better and better. Okay, and wish you all the best and good luck in China. And for those who are coming to join the event this year, don't miss the boat. Okay, uh, it's a very good opportunity to explore the world different way with the support from a government direct from China. It's very hard to find this type of event that really help you to open up your market in China, which is the most bigger market in the world, 1.4 billion of population. Okay, so grab the chance. Okay, and I want to wish you all the best for the event. Thank you. Pass to you, host Caroline.
Yeah, thank you all to all my guests, Jean, Prof. Tan, Yan, and Jason for being with us tonight. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we share more about the competition. And do invite all your friends to come in and watch. And if you want to find out more, if you see a ticker down there, you see itechsca.com. This is the website. This is where you can actually go in to find information about the event. The form is also there, a clickable link that brings you to fill the initial form. Because the moment after you fill the form, as we probably by in the next 2 weeks, we are going to call for a pitch deck guidance, coaching uh, Zoom with all of you as well. Yeah, so it will be very very fun. So I hope to see you on our Facebook Live tomorrow. Okay, thank you everyone, and good night for today. See you. Bye.
Good night, guys. Thank